Thanks for joining us, football fans. I'm Kate Scott, joined in the booth by my partner, Brock Hewitt. And this week, Brock, got one group coming. The veneer of a new season is gone. Yes, we used veneer in a football game. We're in the middle of the schedule now. It's away here in Week 7. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And leading them out, a rare breed in the NFL, their lefty QB.
As you take the field coming off of a bye week, you really want to take advantage of what you just did. The self-scouting, the evaluating of yourself over the early part of this season, and make sure you capture what you want to do and what you have to do over the rest of the season.
Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Taken in by Harrison. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They'll come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
On now is McManus to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So they come on offense now, ready for their opening drive. And bringing them out, someone this defense is really going to have to keep an eye on, this mobile QB.
Even he mentioned it to us. There hasn't been much celebrated for him since last week. While other guys were taking in the win and enjoying some time to relax, he was reviewing what went wrong in that game. An interception, not finding the end zone. That's not the type of impact that usually finds you a win. And he knows he's got to do more for his team.
And after a little running, he gets this up to the 32. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 32. That finds Elliott complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Throwing it again here. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Another try following the sack. Finds him on the slant. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They're going to throw it on third and long. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So they're left facing a fourth down. Their punter making his way out now. And this will put an end to the drive after it's stalled out. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The visitors and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Simple dive up the middle. And he'll find a little room to get this up to the 10. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it sets up 1st down.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Makes the catch and gets the feet in. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. 2nd and 6 coming up here. A tight end in motion now. They'll run now on 2nd down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Now looking to throw. Complete out to the right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Cut at the 10-yard line. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Just 3-0 is our score. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. Time to begin the second quarter, and we'll pick up with what's already been a lengthy possession. They've got 1st and goal to work with. Goal to go, it's a pass play. And the connection made in the end zone, touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And his guys make it a 10-point ball game. On now is McManus to kick this away. Patterson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. This offense running out for a new series, led by their running back. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Diving forward, and he makes the catch. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
As the open man downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And they're going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To the air now on 1st and 10. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 4. Hits his running back. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a gain of 4 there. And it'll give him a 1st down. They are throwing it again. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
From the 17. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
The ability to track the ball. Right, ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
3rd down from the gun. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Pass on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And these guys cut it to a field goal game. Brawley's set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Finds him over the middle. And this one does not go far.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to the air here. That's caught for the 1st. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. He's got Harrison. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's 16 on the pickup. And they'll have 1st down. Still sticking with the passing game. Throw left side, complete. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. 2nd and 3 now. From the 29. Complete out to the right side. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Man in motion out of the slot. From the red zone now. Gets this one to Harrison. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. He's into the end zone. Touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And his guys make it a 10-point ball game. On now is McManus to kick this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 36-yard line.
From the 36. Short pass brought in. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They motion a slot man right. To throw it on first down. That one's complete, right side. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 48-yard line.
From the 48. That finds Elliott complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Brooklyn. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They're throwing it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. First down, ball at the 36. Throwing it again here. Able to get it to Reed. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32. That'll be complete to Elliott. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Oh, look at this. Here he goes. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The drive picks up here. 1st and 10. They motion a receiver left. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Dropping back to throw. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Pass play on 1st and goal. Get it. And they take this in for the score. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys cut it to a field goal game. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. We're at halftime here on Monday night. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin right here in the city beautiful, Orlando, Florida, where you see the final score there. 21-12, your final score. From there we say, so long, America. Hello, England. As we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And as you see, they were losers earlier this afternoon. J.J. McCarthy, strong in the victory, as his guys looked better than a team that had won just one game coming in. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. On now is McManus to kick this away. Patterson now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now. Here's a handoff up the gut. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Breaks across midfield, hits the opposing territory. And he's brought down at the 44. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Throwing from the gun here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go. Alert. Alert. Check. Hey.
Lone back gets the handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. From the right hash, 52 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
I know we see these kickers make kicks from this distance all the time, but it never ceases to be impressive. Everything's on the dot, and it's a big 3 points.
Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Complete. It's Cooper. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating third and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. Pass play now. Finds him over the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. New set of downs for him at the 38. Airing it out to start this drive. Hauled in left side. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. So early movement from the backfield, Brock. They've jumped the gun a bit, and that brings out the flag.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They've got a man in motion. 2nd and 6 now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Here comes their offense out again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Pass play on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 44 here on 2nd down. Dump off caught by his back. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here. Fair catch the signal, and he brings it in at the 23. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. This offense making its way back out now. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Completed left side to Thomas. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32. It's a gain of only 1 yard. That's going to leave him with a 4th and 2. Punt team on the field. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Their offense running back out now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Caught, nice gain left side. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They bring their tight end left. Going ground on 1st and goal. Is in. Touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And his guys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Our home team, 17.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Patterson now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. Another drive coming up for this offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's still just a 1-score game as we resume play in the 4th. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 42. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he'll get it up to the 44. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run here on 1st down. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Hand off to the back. And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Slot receiver headed left. Shotgun now on 3rd down. Got for big yards on the right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Finds the in route complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5. At the 10-yard line.
Pass play coming here. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And oh, he got it! Interception!
Pass interference. Defense.
So the turnover, Brock, is in turn turned over after pass interference on that play. They'll throw it on 1st and goal. And he finds him in the end zone for the touchdown! These guys now trailed by just a point in the 4th. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Bass now to kick this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. He's going to throw this one. Completed to his running back. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll give him a 1st down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Finds him on the slant. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives them the 1st. They'll run the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
3rd down from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
2nd and 13. Into traffic, complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7. Trying the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And in for the touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one splits the uprights. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is McManus to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play action here. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled for a short gain. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Brooklyn. These guys down by 7. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking for a throw here. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here he is to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this one doesn't go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Lengthy 4th down try here. They need 6. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it inside the 25. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. Back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Looking to throw it. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. To throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown. And a big decision coming up for him now. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the 4th. Bass now to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Gotta hurry this to the line. Short pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That's gonna do it for regulation, so some bonus football in store for all those fans in the stands. We're headed for overtime. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. From the jaws of defeat, they snatch this game away. And now we're off in overtime to decide it. Patterson now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Now this offense getting set to work here. They couldn't quite get the job done in regulation, but the home crowd rising now to fire them up and help them finish the job right away in OT. Continuing to move past the 45. Racing down the left side. He does it. Touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. A nice showing here from our winners as we say so long from Brooklyn.